This video has been produced for occupants of 25 Morton Shulman Avenue as a reference on responsibilities and proper procedures to follow in the event of a fire emergency. The Fire Code is a provincial regulation under the Fire Protection and Prevention Act. While it is reasonable to believe that the fire department will assume command upon their arrival at a fire emergency, it is everyone's responsibility to comply with the building's fire code and safety plan at all times. The actions taken by the person who discovers a fire can make the difference between a minor incident and a major catastrophe. It is crucial that all staff members become familiar with the contents of the fire safety plan and regularly participate in the scheduled fire drills to gain the knowledge and practical experience necessary to act competently in an actual fire emergency. "25 Morton Shulman Avenue is located south of Wilson Avenue and west of Keele Street. It is a 7-story building with a mechanical penthouse. There are 2 basement levels, including the west basement level for staff parking and the east basement for shipping and receiving, vehicle exam bays, and the containment level 3 laboratory receiving bay. Overall, it has an approximate building area of 61,300 square meters. 25 Morton Shulman Avenue is devoted to forensic services and related administrative, laboratory, and instructional activities. Building facilities include the Coroner's Court, Containment Level 3 Laboratory, Vehicle Examination Bays, 2 firing ranges, autopsy suites. Maximum occupancy of the building is 1,509 persons. Occupancy of 25 Morton Shulman Avenue is divided into the following groups: the Centre of Forensic Sciences, the Ontario Forensic Pathology Service, the Office of the Chief Coroner, the Office of the Fire Marshal, and Emergency Management. 25 Morton Shulman Avenue is managed by Carillion Canada, responsible for building services including security, maintenance, housekeeping, roads and grounds, and materials handling. As an additional measure to promote building safety and awareness, Carillion has introduced the Don't Walk By program. Don't Walk By should be used by occupants to report to Carillion any hazards or unsafe conditions they might notice within the building. Occupants can do so by contacting the Carillion Help Desk or by filling out a Don't Walk By card and depositing it in one of the drop boxes located in the basement Carillion FM hallway. You should be fully acquainted with all fire safety installations and emergency exits and stairwells nearest to your location. You should also know the locations of manual fire alarm pull stations, fire extinguishers, and Novec fire suppressant systems. The Novec fire suppressant system is installed in locations throughout 25 Morton Shulman Avenue. Designed to protect documents from fire, when triggered, the Novec system will flood the room with non-toxic fire suppressants. Be sure you know the building address, 25 Morton Shulman Avenue, Toronto, Ontario, M3M0B1. The action to be taken by occupants in a fire emergency is posted on each floor at all fire alarm pull stations. In the event of an emergency, all elevators will return to the designated recall floor, the ground floor, and will remain inoperative until the alarm is cancelled. Should an emergency event originate on the ground floor, the elevators will recall to the safe floor, the second floor. Emergency building evacuation must be via the stairs. When exiting the building via the stairs, remain calm and keep to the right at all times, as emergency personnel may be using the same staircase to ascend into the building. All exterior stairs are heated for additional user safety in wintertime. Emergency lighting is provided by fluorescent lighting located throughout the building. Lights in the building are connected directly to the emergency generators to ensure sufficient lighting during an emergency, while others are powered through the use of battery power packs. Lighting in the building operates at 70% of maximum capacity. In the event of a fire emergency, all lighting systems will increase to 100% output. The east and west portions of 25 Morton Shulman Avenue are linked together by pedestrian bridges located on levels 3, 4, and 5. If an alarm is initiated within any of the lab areas, a Fire Do Not Enter sign will illuminate at the corresponding ends of the building links. Do not attempt to enter any area where these signs are illuminated, and exit the building via the nearest stairs. In the event of a building evacuation, there are 3 designated safe meeting areas. For CFS, the designated safe meeting area is the pedestrian walkway on the northeast side of the building. For OCC and OFPS, the designated safe meeting area is the pedestrian walkway in the southwest corner of the building between Morton Shulman and Downsview Avenue. For OFMEM, the designated safe meeting area is the front entrance area of the MTO building on Downsview Avenue, diagonally across from the southwest corner of 25 Morton Shulman Avenue. Should you have questions regarding fire emergency procedures, contact your supervisory staff. Upon discovery of fire, leave the area immediately. Activate the fire alarm system. Call the Toronto Fire Services from a safe place by dialing 911. Never assume this has already been done by someone else. Know and give the correct address and location of the fire in the building. Proceed to the nearest exit. Provide assistance to those who need help to evacuate, and close all doors behind you. Evacuate the building via the nearest stairs and meet in the designated safe area. Do not return until you receive an all-clear signal from your fire warden, Toronto Fire Services, or Carillion personnel. In 25 Morton Shulman Avenue, the Alert Stage 1 signal consists of an intermittent tone that sounds throughout the building. It will result from either the activation of a manual pull station or an automatic fire alarm. Remain calm and gather any personal belongings in preparation for a possible evacuation. Be ready to evacuate at a moment's notice, but do not leave your area until the alarm Stage 2 signal is heard. In 25 Morton Shulman Avenue, the alarm Stage 2 signal consists of a constant tone, 3 rapid beeps that sound throughout the building. Visual signals will activate as appropriate. Upon hearing an alarm Stage 2 signal, if you are designated with fire emergency duties, carry out pre-planned procedures. Proceed to the nearest exit and meet in your designated safe area. Assist all occupants who need help in evacuating the building. Under normal circumstances, persons requiring assistance are assisted in evacuating by a colleague or through alternative arrangements. In circumstances where the person cannot be assisted out of the building by colleagues, or where such assistance would result in a risk to the safety of the assisting person or other building staff, the person will need to be assisted to the area of the nearest stairwell entrance to await the arrival of the fire department to facilitate rescue. Upon arriving at the evacuation area, the person assisting must inform the fire warden or security staff of the condition and whereabouts of the person requiring assistance, so that this information can be communicated to the fire department. If closed doors are encountered on the way to an exit, feel the knob for heat before opening the door. If it is not hot, brace yourself against the door and open it slightly. If you feel air pressure or a hot draft, close the door quickly and proceed to an alternate exit. If there are occupants who are visiting your place of employment who may not be familiar with the fire safety plan and exit routes, assist them in exiting the building. If you encounter smoke, use an alternate exit. Do not return until you receive an all clear signal from your fire warden, Toronto Fire Services, or Carillion personnel. Once the all clear is given, occupants will be allowed to return to the building following the correct procedures. In order to ensure the safe and secure return of staff to their workplaces, fire wardens will assume a post at the main lobby entrance doors and will screen their employees through the accessible doors in the lobby. Opening a door for anyone without the knowledge of the fire warden is prohibited. In the event you become trapped during a fire emergency, attempt to keep smoke from entering by sealing cracks around the door using any available materials. Place a towel or a piece of clothing, wet if possible, at the bottom of the door. Keep low to the floor where the air will be cleaner. Contact the authorities to advise them of your location and, if possible, signal to firefighters to indicate your presence.